Well, the realization of, pardon me, the realization of just how fucked up things are is becoming clearer and clearer to me as time progresses. As I think about, ponder, study, research what's going on. We're in a bad way, people. We're in a very, very bad way. Society has been going through these ups and downs since the beginning of time. Each time we build up all the bullshit in our lives and our societies, and then they collapse. You've got, the most recent significant example is you have the Renaissance, which, if you know any fucking history, which none of you fucking do because you weren't fucking taught any, but if you did know your history, you would understand that the Middle Ages and the Renaissance are connected, because the Renaissance is the renewal, the Renaissance, which is French time, for the renewal, or something like that. Renaissance, renew, the renewance, the renewal. That's what Renaissance means. And it followed the Dark Ages, as they say on the bumper sticker, when religion ruled the world. But what it was, it wasn't the first time. We had time before that. We've had so many repetitions. So that was the most significant. The Dark Ages was over a century of stupid human idiocy. Fuck logic, fuck reason. Let's all worry about faith and emotion. It's primitive, people. Come on. Pull your fucking heads out of your asses already. I just don't get it. I just don't. So I'm very tired, I'm very frustrated, I'm very stressed about dealing with all this shit, and realizing that I am living in end times for society as we know it, possibly for humanity, possibly for all mammalia, all mammals, because of what we're doing to our atmosphere, or to the atmosphere, excuse me. It's not our atmosphere, it's everyone. And I don't mean all people, I mean all living, breathing beings. Whether they breathe out of the ocean or the air. But, we've, it's just, I should get my shit together in my head. This fucking brain damage sucks. I should tell you something, by the way. If someone with brain damage can figure all this out, I'm not special. I just didn't get raised as a fucking zombie. I didn't follow the shit at school. Mostly I didn't do what other kids did. I didn't fold in with the whole popularity thing, I was a fucking nerd, okay? I was bullied because I was a fucking nerd. So I lived my own life, and I'm glad I did, because I was bullied by zombies. And you get a choice. You get a choice when you're bullied as a kid. You can either join them or you can continue to be a bully. And I tried the join them thing for a while in middle school, 7th and 8th grade. And, I ended up asking out the most popular girl in school, but you know what? The memories I have are false happiness. I was only happy because it was relative to being bullied all the time. I wasn't happy. I just wasn't being bullied. I was happy to not be bullied. I wasn't actually happy. I was just happy not to be bullied. Anyway, so... Oh, great, right in your food bowl. I just stayed away from all that shit. Once I learned that lesson, I just do my own thing, I've always done my own thing. I've always been treated like shit for it. And here I am, the only human being left in America, apparently. And no wonder everyone treats me like shit. Fuck you. You're fucking zombies. You're fucking dead. You're undead. No, you're okay, Max. Max, come here. It's okay. Come here. Sorry, my dog does not like me ranting. I don't blame him. You fucking humans piss me the fuck off. And it makes my dog stressed because he thinks I'm mad at him. Fucking zombie assholes. So where are we? What are we gonna do about all this shit? Well, we are at the brink. You know, nothing else to be said. We can do all the fucking saving of humanity we want. We can do all the fucking fixing the shit we want. But there's two problems. Number one, we aren't fixing the right problems. The problem isn't the environment. It isn't global warming. It isn't war. It isn't aggression. It isn't the banks. It isn't the Federal Reserve. It isn't... Keep fucking going because you're never going to fucking guess it. The problem is you. You. Yeah, you. You're the fucking problem. It's not your fault. It's your responsibility, which makes you the problem. You're a fucking zombie, or you're a zombie in training. You haven't been educated. You don't understand shit about squat. Okay, whenever I try and describe understanding versus knowledge to people, I use the example of electronics. I hope it's a good enough example for most of you who are ignorant otherwise. Sorry, I'm trying not to call you fucking idiots, but it's really hard. You fucking idiots. The difference between knowledge and understanding. Knowledge, if you know electronics, you know what a resistor is, you know what a capacitor is, you know what this is, you could troubleshoot a stereo system or a copier. Well, let's use me as an example. Okay, I know electronics. I took courses, I studied. I know what a capacitor does. It stores electricity. I know what a resistor does. It resists the flow of electricity. I know what a capacitor does. We went over that. See, brain damage. I know what a transformer does. It transforms one power level to, or one voltage to another. I know what AC, alternating current, is. I know what DC, direct current, is. I know electronics. I was a copier technician, field service engineer for color laser copiers, the first digital copiers made, and I was just trained on those. It was really good. 3 months after starting work at the largest Canon dealer in California, in America, actually, I was the technical support go-to guy for the whole team. They had a problem with any of the customers or the machines, because I could troubleshoot people or machines, because I knew people, and I knew machines, knew electronics, so I could troubleshoot any problem, because I knew. I was really good, because I knew electronics. But I didn't understand a fucking thing about those copiers, and there were problems I couldn't solve. So I didn't really understand electronics, I just knew them better than the other technicians did. Even though they went to school. That's the problem, they went to school for electronics. I didn't, so I had some understanding. Well, I'm beginning to understand electronics, and understanding is not just knowing what a capacitor is, what a resistor is, what a transistor is, what all these other things are. It's understanding the interactions. It's understanding resistance and capacitance. Not just what a resistor and a capacitor are. It's understanding. And if you understand electronics, you can repair anything, but you can also build and understand how they work. You can build any circuit that's possible to build because you understand the nuances, the interactions, the entirety of the system, not just its component piece by piece. So there are people out there who know humanity, know society. I gained an understanding of this. But we're taught in school, and that's again the reason that I went off on my own, or the benefit of the going off on my own, is that I gained an understanding, not just knowledge. So when we go to school in America specifically, and most elsewhere in the industrialized world, the zombie world, we are taught knowledge. If you knew what I did, you'd realize how fucking stupid that is. Knowledge is what you get at the library. Any fucking idiot can get knowledge. So what do we need to be taught? We need to be taught the importance of understanding, and we need to be taught how to understand, and that we should understand. And we're not given that. We're not taught critical thinking. We're not taught reasoning. We're not taught anything that humans need to be taught. We're just thrown date. I mean, history, for example. Remember history in school? Oh, when did Christopher Columbus discover America? 1492. August what? 1492. When was the Declaration of Independence written? When did we invade this country? When did we do this? When was this person born? Who the fuck cares? I'm sorry, Mr. History Teacher or Mrs. History Teacher. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares when anything fucking happened? Specifically when it happened. What we care about is why? And what were the consequences? Because history is decisions we made in the past and their consequences. It's a fucking catalog of every fucking human decision ever fucking made and their consequences. It's a fucking library. It's a fucking reference book. If you don't fucking understand history, if you don't understand humanity, you gotta go back and fucking look at the decisions we made and the consequences. And that's how you gain an understanding. It's by understanding history, understanding the consequences of those decisions that we made in the past. But no, we don't teach that. We just teach what decisions were made and when. What's the Mayflower Compact? When was the Mayflower Compact written? What's the fifth line on the third page of the Mayflower Compact? Who wrote it? Who the fuck cares? What was the Mayflower Compact? Why was it written? What were its effects? That's what we need to know. But we're not taught that. I mean, I picked up a calculus text. I'm trying to learn calculus. So I'm applying what I now understand about knowledge, about learning, and I'm looking for a text in order to gain an understanding of calculus. See, calculus isn't just integrals and derivatives. No, calculus is a form of mathematics to explain nonlinear motion through space and or time. Through space or time. Non-linear motion of a single or two bodies. That's what calculus is. Plane geometry is another one that's similar, but it doesn't deal with motion, it deals with position. Plane geometry is space. It's understanding position in space. That's plane geometry. Trigonometry is understanding polar coordinate systems. That's a circle. You divide it into degrees. And when you have two angles, you have a triangle, because you make a right angle, and you can tell all kinds of things. If you have the length of two sides, for example, in a triangle, you can know the third without knowing anything else. No, that's not true. If you know one angle and two sides, you can know everything about a triangle. Fucking brain damage. So, this first textbook I picked up teaches me the equations and this and that. It teaches me knowledge of calculus. It was called Technical Mathematics with Calculus. It was a book I had for laser courses. I threw it the fuck away. I threw it away. It was a worthless pile of shit textbook that I paid $60 for in 1992. Worthless pile of shit book. But it was the most important book we were given by the teachers who were teaching the laser courses that I was taking at the time. Pasadena City College, the only other college in the United States offering laser courses. And I threw the fucking book away. So I picked up another calculus text. It told me what calculus is. I want to understand calculus. I want to know why I want to learn calculus, why I want to know calculus. So if I know why I need to know it, then I can understand calculus, why I need to fucking know it in the first place. You know, what is its purpose? What do I use it for? What can it help me with? What is calculus all about? Not just how to do it. See, I actually used calculus unwittingly in the summer of 2003 when I was taking Physics 112. I wanted to take 212. I could not remember the equation for the acceleration due to gravity. 9.8 meters per second squared being the standard. So I couldn't figure it out. So I derived it. Derivation is a calculus function. I'm going way overboard on time here. I'm going to have to split this up. God damn it. So I knew calculus and I applied it. Because calculus is how... the reason I wanted to take Physics 212 is because you don't have to memorize a single fucking equation. It's calculus-based physics. And it uses calculus. Perfect math for physics. I was invented. So, like I said, I'm trying to understand calculus. Why I need to learn it. Why I need to know it. Before I know what to do with calculus. So, I hope that helps you. God, I'm fucking tired. And I'm fucking tired. It's just got to end, people. We're so fucked it's not funny. I'll have to start scripting these. Well, not scripting, but outlining, whatever. Something like that. Bang, bang, bang. Sorry, I'm screwing around with props. See, so